Hey guys, I'm John Setzler. Welcome back to Atlanta Grill Company. Today I'm going to fire up one of the Kamado Joe Classic grills and we're going to make burnt ends. And we're going to make these burnt ends today from Boston butt. So let's get started. I've taken a Boston butt and cut most of the meat here off of the bone, and then what I'm going to do is we're going to take my chef's knife and I'm going to cut this guy into chunks that I think are adequate size for burnt ends. And you can make these how big or how small you like, and I'm going to show you about what I like to do here. I like to make chunks about that size. These are 1.5 inch to 2 inch chunks. So like I said, you can make these as big or small as you like. So I'm going to work through this. I'm going to cut these up and I'm going to put them in my bowl over here. One of the reasons I like doing this with Boston butt is because this is traditionally done with brisket, and it's also traditionally done with the point meat from the brisket. And I'm one of these freaks out there who thinks the point is the best part of the brisket, and I would rather not turn the point into burnt ends. If I'm going to cook a brisket, the point is a piece I would rather eat sliced up. So let me work through these and then we'll be right back. So now that I've got those cut up, it's time to season these things, and I'm going to give these guys a nice healthy dose of my Atlanta Grill Company Man Cave Meals Pork Mojo. I'm going to dump that on there very liberally, and then I'm just going to get in here with my hands and turn that. I want to get all this meat completely coated with this rub, and it may take several. You might want to put about 1/2 cup in there. Don't worry about getting too much, because you just won't get too much, and get it completely coated. Just work it, and from this point, after you get this meat seasoned with your favorite barbecue rub, you've got two options. It's ready to go to the smoker at this point, or you can do what I'm going to do. I'm doing this in advance so I can put this in the refrigerator overnight and let this meat marinate in this rub for about 12 to 16 hours. So I'm going to cover this up, put it in the refrigerator, and we'll come back in the morning and light the grill. So now it's time to fire up the Classic. I've got a fire lit in the firebox here, and I'm going to use the slow roller, and I'm going to set both halves of my grill grate in here in the center position right above the slow roller. And then I'm going to close the grill up and crack the top vent open slightly. And then I'm going to use the fireboard to set my controller up here to run the pit at 250 degrees. So we're going to give that ample time to heat up. Alright, our grill's up to temperature. So I am going to take these burnt ends that we've had in the refrigerator all night, and we're just going to turn them loose here on the grill. And I'm just going to spread these out. They don't have to be in any particular configuration. They can be touching. These guys are going to shrink up as they cook. So we're going to put these on, and after I get those on there, just for good practice, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit more of our rub right on top. And then we're going to close this guy up, and we're going to let those go for 3 hours at 250 degrees. We've been going about 2.5 hours, so I was going to pull these open and have a look. Yeah, these things are looking good. I'm probably going to give them at least another 30 minutes, maybe another hour, and then we'll be back. We've been going right at 3 hours here, and I'm ready to move on to the next phase of this cook. I'm going to take all of these burnt ends and we're going to toss them in my Dutch oven. And then I'm just going to set this guy back in the middle of the grill, and I'm going to toss in a stick of unsalted butter and close the lid, and we're going to let that melt, and then we'll be right back. Okay, after that butter's mostly melted, we're going to put our sauce in. And today, I'm going to be using Atlanta Grill Company's Carolina sauce, which is a beautiful mustard-based sauce. We're just going to dump that whole bottle of that in there. And then I'm going to take my wooden spoon and just stir this up. Get these guys coated up in that. And then we are going to put the lid on this Dutch oven and let this go for at least another 2 hours before we come back to check on those. We've been in the Dutch oven here for about an hour now, so I'm gonna pull this guy open and we're gonna have a look in there. That's looking really good. This stuff's braising nicely in this butter and sauce, so I'm just gonna give it a stir and we'll put the lid on that and keep it going. Probably going to go for at least another hour here. We are right at about the 6-hour mark, and I think these guys should be about ready. We're going to have a look here. Man, those things smell amazing, and let's see. Yeah, these things are super tender. So I'm going to get these off the grill and we're going to let them sit for just a few minutes, and then we're going to try some. Okay, I've let these guys rest for a few minutes, and I want you to see just how beautiful these things are and how easily they tear apart. You have a look at that. Look at that beautiful smoke ring inside of there, and these things just fall apart. And I'm gonna take a little piece off of one of those and have a taste. Guys, this stuff's absolutely amazing. You can use whatever kind of sauce you like in this. Typically, I use a sweet sauce, like a Kansas City style sauce, or something like the Atlanta Grill Company sweet. So give this a try. Try this technique. Let me know what you think. Whenever you get to the Dutch oven part, or you can put these in a foil pan or whatever, as long as you cover it, you just want to check them periodically after about an hour and a half to see when they're tender. They may come tender as early as 90 minutes in, or they may take 3 hours. It's all going to depend on how large you've cut your pieces. So guys, give this a try. Let me know what you think. Until next time, this is John Setzler with Atlanta Grill Company.